So yeah, I didn't record an introduction to this video, so that's pretty much just a combo video. It's not even fun. My first goal here was to normal summon Medias, activate his effect to special summon a Power Patron from deck. Elfnotes Power Patron is a level 1 Tunner, so I could make a Synchro 5, this Synchro 5 being Armedias, a Light and Fiend. It would give me a full Fiendsmith combo, but life doesn't always go as we want. Mind you, this is a 1-card combo. Power Patron, when used for Synchro Summon, allows you to search an Elfnote from deck. This is why you need 3 Medias and a search spell. It's just that good. Now I'm forced to actually play with my deck. We want to start with Tinia. She places the Welcome Home from deck to the field, dodging Ash Blossoms. The spell tributes a monster from hand or field to special summon an elf with a different flavor from deck. So I tribute blue to summon red. Red can search another elf. I get Regina. Regina is pretty much our archetypal hand trap. Being a quick effect, you can tribute another Elfnotes from hand or field to special summon itself. And if she special summon in the center monster zone, I can special summon another elf from my deck. It's important to mention how the Elfnotes work. Regina and Lucina and Tinia can special summon themselves in the middle zone, but they can trigger their effects anywhere. Regina can be special summoned anywhere, but her search effect can be only used on the center. Don't forget that. Regina summons Power Patron from deck. Here we can summon Strelitzia, which is a plant, not a winged beast, for some reason. I don't know, it's probably in the lore. Shenlik 1 Power Patron, Shenlik 2 Regina to come back to hand. Power Patron effect, you're gonna add Fortuna. Strelitzia can special summon an Elfnote from grave, so I'll pick Power Patron again, and now I can make Crystal Wing. Crystal Wing is a monster negate, and also very hard to beat by battle. There is a world where you use a Savage here, I don't know which one, but there sure is. Here we can special summon Fortuna, she plays the trap card. The trap allows us to tribute a monster from hand or field and special summon an Elfnote from the grave with a different type. I'm going for Power Patron because I can use his quick effect, so I can increase by 3 the level of a monster in the main monster zone. Mind you, you can immediately synchro with his effect, but only Elfnotes or Genora. This will be important later. Here we are going to make Baroon, set in permanent pass. In my opponent draw phase, I will send an Elfnote card to the grave and special summon Regina on the center field and special summon Tinia from deck. Using Tinia effect to switch places. Mind you, it needs to switch, you can't have an empty zone, so I can hand loop a card from my opponent's hand. I charge from that, we have a bunch of cool interactions here. Crystal Wing negate, Baron negate, the trap card after special summoning a monster from the grave. If you control a synchro monster, you can negate that card on the field. This affecting a special summon Strelitzia, or any other of the 2 Elfnotes, one bouncing a level 6 or lower, and the other bouncing a spell. And I also have Maxian and Perm. Well, let's see him trying. Fiendsmith, okay, I can deal with this. There is no need to interact so soon. His most threatening effect is his Engraver effect on the graveyard. Now we use Maxi. Since he's going to summon here, he went for Lacrima instead of Graver. Big mistake. If he went for Engraver, he could immediately try to trigger his effect, and his end board would end in a Caesar anyway. Maybe he was trying to do Desire. Here, we negate the special summoning of Engraver. Now he can go into sequence a Pretense. Gonna use the trap here, not only to negate her effect, but also bring back Strelitzia, which can bring Lucina back, and they can trigger her effect and return his apprentices to hand. Thinking more, I should have bounced the Lacrima, since Apprentice can play. He summons Mirror Knight, try to search, and Dash Blossom. Thanks, Pexi. It didn't quit, huh. Thanks then, I'm going to make use of it. Genora is a big guy, he uses a Tunner and 2 non-tunners to be summoned. It's kinda complex to do it, you're probably never going to do it, at least it's very rare. To do it, you need a Strelitzia, 2 level 6 on field, and at least 1 in the middle, and a Power Patron in your grave. So you trigger Strelitzia, special summon Power Patron. Strelitzia effect, he can reduce all level 6 or higher monster levels by 3, then you can trigger Power Patron and decrease only the 1 in the middle by 3. And now you can make Junora. He pretty much board negates and limit the monster your opponents can use to make an extra deck summoning. And his animation is also pretty cool. Going first, Maxi, what a great game. Called by... okay, fair enough. Both are one-offs. Just ban them, Konami. Sky Striker in the big 2026. Yeah, the supports are recent, but I don't think Sky is very good. One of those sets is Anchor, so I gotta consider that. We do have a good hand here though. I tried to use Feralize to HS Blossom, only to realize that it sends via cost. Medius has just power crept Foolish Burial, what the hell? It can also look at your opponent top deck and change it, so in a funny way it also power crept Ancient Telescope. I didn't bait Ash with this, but for some reason he decides to use Ash on my threat. I then try to summon Medius from the grave and he uses Shark Cannon to special summon to his side. Big mistake for Sky Striker. He can't use his Anchor, it needs to have a free main monster zone. That's the deal with Sky Striker. He still have 0, so we need to take care. I still have Medius in my hand though. He immediately uses 0. By the way, he only special summoned once in his turn. He could have saved his Called By to use it later. Or well, he could at least have comboed better. I don't want to try teach how to play Sky Striker, but he could have used the Ray to go into Camellia, send Engage, and then start to loop it with Kagari and Zero to have more cards in my hand and in his hand and set Lemon's Gate. I don't know, maybe he bricked. Sky Striker players, leave it in the comments. He immediately uses his 0 to destroy my Medius. Once again, can't play Fansmith. I can still special summon Power Patreon though, since it doesn't negate. Also, I drew Lucina for a turn. Amatsu could be a problem. I also didn't read here. I thought it would destroy Lucina, not change her effect. So I activated Lucina thinking I'd still be able to search Finia. Not all is lost. We can still make Baron and trigger Power Patron, add Infilia anyway, and pretty much getting where I wanted to go. This deck have a ton of redundant effects, so you're very resilient against interactions. I say that because I mostly play rogue decks, and they usually die to a single Ash Blossom. Use Baron to destroy the face down, and from here we come with Fenya again. But instead of getting Lucina, we get a spell, we go for Regina to summon Fortuna and place the trap, and play good Synchro Elfnotes again. Here we can again do Regina shenanigans. Lucina can only boss to level 6 or lower. And wow, that's game. I think that I also need to give this. Feralize can banish itself from the grave to change type and attribute from a monster on the field. So that can make anyone a Light and Fiend, meaning that you can go into Fiendsmith, and also power creep in Mimes' Elephant. I didn't even know this card existed.